What's going on, Facebook? Happy 2013. Hope you guys had a wonderful holiday and New Year's celebration. Um, I wanted to make a little video because I had some things on my mind today. Pretty charged up. A couple things happened at work that rubbed me the wrong way a little bit, but that's good because during the whole melee or whatever you want to call it, um, I had three words just kind of smack me right in the face, and so much so that I had to write them down. And I kind of want to share this with you, even though these three words kind of really pertain to me, especially today, um, and also kind of encompass sort of the traits that I find kind of characterize myself with. Um, Also, these are things that I hope that all of you guys have and choose to take advantage of and embrace because they're very important, I think. Um, so the three words I wrote down today were, um, gosh, this was so long ago I almost forgot. Three words I wrote down were passion, competitive, and I care. Um, the first one of these was competitive, and you know, a lot of you guys know I'm a pretty busy guy right now. My typical day during the school semester is about 18 hours, and you know that's 5 days a week for the most part. Um, and school is something that is really important to me right now. You guys know I'm trying to get into dental school, and um, you know it's very competitive. Just getting into dental school, a lot of the top schools here in California accept fewer than 5% of their applicants. So getting good grades is very important. Chemistry is not something that I'm particularly fond of, nor do I think I'm very good at it. But you know, I worked my tail off this semester to get good grades and to pull up those grades at the end of the semester and see those two A's in two very difficult chemistry classes was a very, very nice high for me. And it was a total validation of the hard work that I put in and the competitive drive and spirit that took me there because you know, A's were awesome. B's would have been great too. C's would not have, you know, because C's are just average, and I know that I don't want to be average, and I know that none of you want to be just average either. So it's healthy, and it's not something that should be shied away from. That competitive drive and spirit, and it really makes the journey to whatever you're trying to accomplish that much more quantifiable because now you've got a way to measure how well you did getting from point A to point B. The second thing that I wrote down was passion, and a lot of that kind of had to do with what happened at work today. You know, when you see things that are going on that you don't agree with, that directly affect you and affect your future, those are some things that you shouldn't just sit back and take. You know, no one's going to stand up for you but you. And when you believe in something and you know you're right, then you should stand up and fight for it. And yeah, you know, for me particularly, I don't really care about the consequences of what happens because, you know, not only do I know I'm right, but they know I'm right. And in life, when you are passionate about something, you need to stand up for what you're passionate for and pursue it and don't back down from it and don't let other people tell you where you're going to be or what you're going to do or who you're going to be or how you're going to do it because you have the choice in this country, the freedom to pursue the passions that you feel greatly and strongly about. Um, I did close to 30 weddings this year, maybe 25 or 30 weddings. And, you know, I always stay about 30 minutes after the service to chat with family and friends of the bride and groom to congratulate them and whatnot. And invariably they have questions for me, but um, I don't get tired of hearing the compliments that I get on the ceremonies that I do. I know, David, the ceremony was beautiful. It was so customized. It would seem like you wrote it just for them. And the truth is that for the most part, I do. I put a lot of work and effort into the ceremonies that I write for the couples that I marry because it's important to me. And the third thing I wrote down today is that I care. And that really is the benchmark that leads to these great compliments that I love to hear, and I'm sure that all of you do too. I care so much about making this ceremony for these couples special and memorable and exactly what they want. And because of that, I'm rewarded with compliments and accolades. And unfortunately and sadly, I don't think that as individuals we get to hear those things enough in our lives. How often does your boss or supervisor tell you, hey, I appreciate the work that you do around here and you make a difference around here and this place is better off because you're here. We don't hear that enough, some of us never at all. Same thing goes for close friends and family, even our spouses. We don't hear enough from close friends and family that we're appreciated and loved and wanted and needed, and that what we do is important and makes a difference and makes an impact. If you guys can't tell, I care. I care about these things, and I have some things that in my life that I'm extremely passionate about: my business, my job, my school, most importantly, my marriage and my wife, whom I love very much and means the world to me. At the end of the day, having passion, being competitive, and caring about what you do, these are things that not only will the people around you notice and make mention of, they will. But it will affect your environment around you. It will affect the people around you. It will inspire change around you. Because as you know, the best way to inspire change anywhere or in anyone is to be the example of that change. But the biggest winner of all in all of this is the individual, is you, is me, is us. The feeling that I got from getting those A's was amazing. That was because of the competitive drive and spirit that I chose to embrace. The things that I do in my job and in my business, I have such a passion for, and because of that, it leads to work that is recognized and words of appreciation, and those things are very important to me, and I'm sure to you as well. And I care a lot about what I do. I care about my relationships. I care about my partner. I care about my job. I care about my school. I care about my future. I care a lot about these things. And because I do, I put into that the effort and the passion and the competitiveness. I think the biggest key that I want you guys to take away from this, and I'm not trying to be a motivational speaker or a preacher or anything like that, I just was hoping to share this with at least one person that might embrace it and take part of it. But the biggest key in all of this is that this isn't an accident that I feel the way that I feel and I have the traits that I have. These are just choices that I make. I can just as easily choose to not care about the things that I do. I can easily choose to not be passionate about my job or my business or my relationships. I can easily choose to not be competitive in school or in the other things that I do. Those are easy choices to make. But they're just as easy to make the choice to go the other way. People think it's hard. It's not. It's very easy to make the choice to decide to be passionate and competitive and to care about the things that you do. It really is. So I hope you guys have a phenomenal 2013. I know this message was a little long-winded, but I was pretty fired up today and I really felt like sharing this with you guys. Huge shout out to my wife Janine, who I love very much and is the best partner. She takes such good care of me. You guys don't even know. I couldn't do the things that I do without her. I really couldn't. So I want to wish you guys all an incredible 2013 and beyond. And love all you guys. Take care.